All right, we got another deck tech coming your way. This time, rocking a little FanZ action. We got Billy McConaughey here. He's going to show you what he's been rolling with these past couple weeks. And maybe try it out if you like it.
All right, coming at you. All right, we're playing a little bit of red Frieza, all right? Going to be MPPV, all right, with, secondary win condition, the Supernova Beats, okay? So we're running red Ascension, all right? If you don't know, red Ascension, whenever you crit, you're going to gain 2 stages, all right? And then for a power, you banish the top card of your deck, gain an anger. If it's styled, your opponent skips their action, all right? And at the end of combat, gain another anger. So it's good. Good for MPPV. All right, so we're running.
You ever feel like it hits wrong, non-styled not often enough, or do you want it to hit your non-styled?
It's all dependent on the situation, if you don't want to skip their combat, But, it's a little bit of risk, a little bit of reward, Most of the time you want to hit that style card, but it's what you got to go with. All right, we're running, if you didn't notice, the original OP level 1 Frieza, all right? This one, every time you stop an attack, you gain an extra anger. So we're running those stops that gain an anger right off the bat, so you gain, netting 2, maybe 3 anger off of one stop. You're going to shoot right off of level 1. You get the mastery level 1, mastery anger, plus your blocking anger, you're jumping right to level 2. We ain't camping level 2, though. We're going to shoot to level 3, all right? We got a lot of anger going on in this deck. Level 2, rejuvenate a name card, get a crit, gain some stages. Now, if you didn't hear before, mastery crit, you gain extra stages. You gain 5 stages off of a crit in this deck, all right? Level 3 can synergize with level 1, gaining that extra anger, so you shoot to level 4. You also get a +3 mod with this, so bonus, all right?
Does that +3 mod affect the deck at all, or is this a physical beats MPPV?
Well, it's a little bit of physical, a little bit of energy. It's just a little some extra, It doesn't really push the deck too far.
So you never taken over a game from that +3 mod?
I mean, it helps with certain attacks, but yeah, nothing too impactful. It doesn't break the deck. That's just a little bonus.
Mostly for that level 1 extra anger.
You want that level 1 extra anger gain. That's what it's there for. Now, beauty comes at level 4, where you're milling them 4. You're netting an extra card. Plus, you get the level 2 effects, the extra crit, the extra attack. Extra stages. All right, so that's.
Would you consider that possibly the best level 4 in the game?
I think it's the best level 4 in the game. You're using 2 actions and netting a card all off of one level.
So you think people are sleeping on it, camping at level 2 instead of trying to shoot for that 4?
They need to go all the way to 4. 4 is where the money is. All right, now we're gonna get into physicals. We're getting a little physical here. All right, we got some sword stab, red heel kick, furious lunge, double strike, shoulder grab. Don't worry, I will be going through these. Got some digs, of course. Now, this is where it's weird. A little bit of mule kicks and a little tandem attack. Alright, first we're going to go with the sword stabs. This is your very basic attack, gain an anger. Very nice. Also, decent damage, AT +4. So on that level 2 to level 3, it's going to be hitting quite hard. Best part, though? That 3 endurance. Check that out. All kinds of endurance in this deck, alright? We got red heel kick.
People sleeping on the endurance?
Sleeping on the endurance. Yeah, a lot of stuff shuts off endurance. But you never know. You get that one combat where you got all kinds of endurance flipping. It's going to be... Alright, red heel kick. It's a little bit of a weak attack. Banish after use. But the fun happens here. You raise your anger 1. Staple. But lower your anger 2. Search your discard for a styled attack. Put it in your hand. So I can combo. If you got a nice hand going and you want to extend the combat a little bit, combo. You pick up a heel kick, or you got heel kicks, you got double strikes, you got sword stabbing. Whatever you think you need, it's there for you.
You think what do you think's the best level to use that on? 3? When you're going for an aggressive push?
Yeah. Love 3. That way you get that extra mod. 2 is always good, because you're the strongest MP in the game. 150 million, you're always going to be sitting up at the top of the food chain there. We got Red Furious Lunge, alright? This is a fun one right here. This one got endurance on it, so it's good. And you got, if it hits, raise the anger 2. Can only be stopped by style card. So you ain't gonna be, blocked by times, anything like that. So also AT plus 4. Very good card. Over here, Double Strike. This old favorite right here. This is a personal favorite of mine. It's weak, so that's the downside of it. But it's raise the angle 1, gotta remain a 1. So you're getting 2 anger off this card essentially. So you definitely want to use this on level 2 and level 3. That's where the fun is, alright? Use on level 2, you're hitting for, at least 2-3 stages. Level 3, you got that +3 mod on it, so it's going to hurt even more. Then you got Shoulder Grab. Combos very nicely with Double Strike. Actually, combos pretty nicely with everything. AT plus 3, raise the angle 1. Then every successful attack after it, guaranteed crit.
You think people are writing that card off, sleeping on it since Ruthless got frozen?
Yeah. Since All Mastery got frozen, this one's kind of seen a little bit of a drop in play because it doesn't get guaranteed anger like it didn't used to. But now you're guaranteed plus stages. That means you're not getting stage.
That puts a lot of pressure on your opponent, especially if you're going up against one of them ball decks.
Dragon Balls, allies. You cannot put a price on crits on every attack. They gotta stop it. They gotta. Plus, okay, we got Dig. Everybody knows what Dig does. This is a staple right now. 6 stages, causes the rest of the combat your opponent can't use endurance. It's ridiculous.
I gotta ask you, you ever use the hit effect?
Hit effect of leveling up, that one's situational. If you're going in the late game and you're still sitting at 2 or 3 and you don't think you're gonna make it with anger, you can use it. Get that extra boost.
How often do you think you used it?
I use it maybe 10% of the time. I don't use it that much. I'm going MPVV all the way. So I'm committed to this.
It's mostly there for the beatdown aspect of the deck.
Right. Shutting off endurance,
and then
it's going to hurt late game.
Obviously, it combos well with the late game Supernova. You can't put a price on unpreventable Novas.
Late game Nova, 20, 30 card, life damage, unpreventable. There's no stopping that. Alright, Mule Kicks, AT plus 2, can be on the damage. Still raise angle 1. Like I said, we got a lot of anger cards in this deck. Then banish an attach card. If it's red, you draw a card. Red, you gain a crit damage effect. Sorry. So that's pretty good. If they got, Unleashed in the deck and they attach a card, you need to banish that. If they put Wall Break on, you use the answer to that. So it's staple. Just kind of there for techie, really. 2
endurance, not bad.
Can't argue with 2 endurance.
Okay, so you got the 1 tandem attack.
1 tandem attack. Also 2 endurance. AT plus 3, so it's, it's up there in the damage. Also raise the angle 1. This is kind of like a little bit techy against people that are drawing cards too much, or maybe, a stare down or something. Because the effect is, if it's discarded from your hand by opponent's effect, draw a card. If you use it and they got 5 or more cards, you draw a card. So you can't argue with that. If they got, massive hand off something, hey, there you go. Get an extra card for yourself.
You feel like that card's diminished since the freezing of VTP?
VTP taking a hit, it has, lowered its usefulness a little bit.
Did you have more than 1 in before VTP freeze?
When VTP was in, definitely ran 3 of them, because you never know when that was going to pop, because VTP was pretty broken in my opinion. I'm actually glad to see it go. Alright, now we got some energies. Styled energy, we got some static shots, and the teching of a red energy blast. Alright, we'll go with this one first. Red energy blast, cost 2, 4 life cards, banish a driller ally. Every now and then, go up against, tag team, or, that pesky orange deck that's got a whole bunch of drills, so you gotta banish something. You can't crit away the tag team ally, so you gotta use this to banish it. They'll get it back later, but, by that time, you already did the work. Still raising anger 1, so that's always good. But, it's good to have, just 1. Maybe I'll throw in the second one later just in case. But right now, I think 1's a pretty good one. 2 is too, it doesn't have enough bang for its buck,
1 puts the threat of them knowing you got it in there.
Right.
So they can't get away with it.
Right. They can't just sit there and, I'm safe. No, you gotta worry. And we got 3 static shots. Love this card, alright? 2 cost 2 stages. 5 life cards damage, and shuts off endurance for any style attacks for the rest of combat, including this card. So this hit's a guaranteed crit. Alright? Hit, raise the anger 2 levels. So hit, you guaranteed a crit, and you get into anger off of it. And like I said, crits gaining your stages. It's basically a free attack if you hit this. Alright? Clutch card. Comes in out of nowhere.
And that kind of helps out with the physical hit to raise anger because it keeps them guessing what kind of attack you're throwing out.
Right.
I gotta ask though, you run those energies just because Frieza's on them?
Of course I do. You gotta keep the flavor going. Alright, now we're getting into the name cards. Name cards, alright? I know a lot of people say this is a shitty card. It's Captive Strike.
That's a pretty bad card.
Hear me out on it. Alright. We got 3 Captive Strikes. Alright. AT stages. Garbage. Effective, you pitch this card, you gain an anger. Mediocre at best. Alright. Level 3 though is AT plus 3 stages. Level 2, you're guaranteed to do at least 2 stages. Alright? I mean, in the right situation, it can be useful. I mean, shoulder grab, it, who's going to block AT stages, you know, when it's not doing anything? That's guaranteed crit with a shoulder grab. Plus, you know, you pitch it later on, boosts up the supernova.
So that's
the real money.
That's the card you're hoping to mill off the top with the mastery.
That's a good one to mill with the mastery.
And then you can put it back in.
Yeah, you can always cycle it back in with level 2, even 4.
Do you have any ways to discard that card from your hand in the deck?
Oh, used to run face breaks, used to run red restriction, but that was better for the old mastery. This is a different way. So we got rid of the pitching. We're not relying on that anymore. So now we're gonna go with our one ally, King Cold here. He, you know, as long as you're Frieza, you can use his ability anytime. Damage, physical, 1 life card. You hit, rejuvenate name card from the discard or banner zone. So, you know, cycling these supernovas, cycle back in, you know, Frieza's arrogance. If worst comes to worst, Captive Strikes. But the best part, the reason he's in here, because you don't want to get hit with DB2 and the like, cannot be lowered by any of your opponent's effects. It's awesome. Only problem is he gets critted away very easily. But he is a name card, so you can get him back with level 2. And Frieza's arrogance. Stop any. You may rejuvenate a name card from the discard or banner zone. So he gets critted away, you rejuvenate him with this. And you rejuvenate this with, say, another Frieza's arrogance or Frieza's level 2. You get to search your deck for an ally and play it. There you go. You just cycled him back in and got him out all in the same
Do you ever consider running more allies, maybe?
I've thought about running Chilled, you know. I've also thought about running Ginyu, because can't, you know, knowing your opponent's hand, that's...
Can't put a price on knowledge.
Right, you can't put a price on knowledge. It's money. But at the moment, one ally's good enough for me. You know, because Frieza, he's not up out of the allies.
And if it's in the discard, it's
right.
It's fuel for Nova.
Hell yeah. Name card, gotta love it. Now we got the big money right here. Here's our second win condition, the Supernova Daddy. Alright?
So would you consider this a triple victory?
Nah, I'd say probably just double. You know, the physical beats ain't too strong in it, but it's enough to keep them, you know, on their toes.
So it's MPV/Nova?
MPV/Nova. It's right there. So, cost 3 stages, so that's why crits are so important in this deck. Gain all them stages back. 5 life cards base, plus X times 3, where X is the number of name cards in your discard pile. So all these discard, you know, they're going to hurt. They're going to add up later on. I mean, just 3 in there. That turns this card from a 5 card to a 14 card attack. Add that with dig and you can't even prevent it.
Puts the pressure on the opponent to have that energy block at the end.
Holding some kind of energy block right there. Speaking of blocks, we're going to get into ours too. 6 physical, 6 energy, and the times, not counting the arrogance. So we got the money card. Love this card. Red block in hand, alright?
Is that your favorite card?
Favorite block ever. Alright, this thing saved me so many times. So you block, gain 2 anger. Level 1, that's 3 anger. Same with level 3. Also, you gain 2 stages. 2 stages ain't too bad, but the anger is where that's at. You're jumping off the level 1 real quick with this card.
So you block on 1 or 3, get 3 anger, hit the mastery. If you hit a red card, you're at 4, and it's your action. You're most likely jumping up in just 1.
Oh yeah.
1 second,
Money
you're there.
Card. You cannot go wrong with this card.
If only had endurance.
If only had that'd make it 2 broken. They'd have to freeze that card then. Speaking of endurance, this card's got 3 endurance. All right, red resourceful block, 3 endurance, stop a physical, lower your MP 1 level. And lower your MP 1 level, you could get away with some good stuff. Like say you're level 2, block physical attack, jump down to level 1. After you jump down the level, you gain the anger because you stopped the attack on his level 1. So you're still netting an anger with this card. Plus the endurance is just wonderful. 3 endurance right there. That's awesome. Alright, the energy blocks. We got red flea. Alright, another big endurance. 3 endurance right there. Stop an energy. Like I said, all these blocks, level 1 and 3, gain extra anger off of this. This one also, raise the anger 1, lower your opponent's anger 1, and for the rest of combat, all your energy attacks have their cost lowered by 1 to a minimum of 0. So that red static shot, 1 cost. Even Supernova goes from 3 to 2. Makes it so much easier to pull these off.
Especially with the gain 2 stages with the crit from the mastery.
Right? You're netting stages now. Profit. Alright, red brace. Another really good one. We got 2 endurance. Look at all this endurance in the deck. Now.
What's the endurance count?
Oh man, I think it's 60.
60?
60? I might have to double check on that, but I believe it is 60. Alright.
Seems more like 50, but...
Nah, well, we can check that later. But, stop an energy attack, raise your angle 1, lower your opponent's angle 1. Rejuvenate after use. So you're cycling this card all day. Now, if you banish this off the top, you get to lower your opponent's anger 2 stages. Is that right? Let me double check that. Yeah, your opponent loses 2 stages. Oh, and you gain 2 stages. Even better than what I thought it was.
You don't have a way to set that up, do you? That's just kind of like random chance?
That's random.
It's just a bonus.
Yeah, that's the roll of dice in this deck.
You'd
All
run
chance.
You'd run 6 of those if you could, even if it didn't even have that effect.
If I could, it would be money. I would love it. We got our staple time. Stop everything. Level 1 and 3, you're gaining anger every time you throw out an attack.
Yeah, so if they're throwing out attacks just to get the effects, you're still netting anger.
Hell yeah. If they're just burning cards just to burn them, you're netting an anger. Alright, now we got our setups. We got 1 Villain's Visage. And we got 3 red relaxations. Visage, staple card in any villain deck. Villains only. Reaction power. Take any life card damage. You pop this. You double that to them in mill. So you get hit with, say you're going in a mirror matchup. They hit you with a static shot. 5 life cards. Flip 5 right off the bat. You pop this. They got to mill 10. So that makes them think real hard if they want to hit you with something really big.
You ever ran in any absorption drills that kind of put a hamper on that?
Not yet.
You feel it's still worth it to run?
Oh, it's definitely worth it to run. Makes them think twice.
Slows the game down.
I've won at least 3 games with this card alone. Got a little too cocky, forgot it's on the field, pop off a really big attack and thinking I'm just going to endurance out. Now I'm flipping 20 life cards and milling you for 40.
Damn straight.
We got red relaxation. Love this card.
Busted.
It's the replacement to VTB in my opinion. Alright. Banish when used. When entering effect. Hit a crit. Gain 2 stages. With the crit, you already gain 2 stages. So you get 4 stages right off the bat. Before combat even starts. And you draw the bottom card of your discard pot.
And that's really good against ball decks because they can't...
There's nothing.
No cards can prevent capture outside of combat.
Right. You're critting a ball right off the bat. You're critting anger right off the bat. You're critting that ally right off the bat. Nothing they can do about it.
Except for that one FanZ event. But I doubt anyone's running that.
And even if they are, what's the chance they're going to use on that when entering combat? But like I said, you getting a card right off the bat, so it also makes you think, what card do you want on the bottom of your discard pile? You don't want to put something, you don't want to put a Captive Strike on the bottom, so you got to set it up. You want something good. If you get a Times on the bottom, oh my god, you are lucky.
So do you ever spend your first turn? So let's say you go first. Do you pass on purpose just to try and set a nice card up there for later?
Oh, I do. And if I got to burn too, I won't even bother rejuvenating sometimes, just in case. Because you never know. You maybe get a double relaxation.
Seen it happen.
Seen it happen. It's happened before. We got 2 overwhelming power, so we got even more name cards. Spears, stare down. Yeah, these are all the events, alright?
Looks like you're missing some over there.
Nah, it's okay. We're saving this one for last. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We got overwhelming power, alright? Works great in Frieza. You know why? Because Frieza's got the highest power stages in the game, alright? You know, limit 2 per deck, alright? I'll just read it off to you. There's a lot going on. It's considered named and styled, by the way. If this card is placed in your hand by card effect, use a crit damage effect. So level 4, you do this, mill down 4, put this in your hand, get a crit effect, gain your 2 stages. Can't put a price on that. Then, if your MP's power is higher than your opponent's, you get to destroy 2 setups or drills. Hey.
So you don't camp level 2. So if you ever have problems late game where you just weren't strong enough, because Frieza's strong, but compared to a lot of the newer MPs, he's not that strong.
Yeah, that's true. Once you get back to level 3 and 4, he's a little bit on the weaker side compared to the new ones. But found that level 2's Frieza's strong enough to beat him down enough to ramp up in order to keep this still effective. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And if you're already 4, you've got a good chance to push for the Supernova.
Yeah, if you're level 4, there's a lot of times you won't even pick this one up. Hopefully, it's already in the discard pile by that time, so you're more searching for the Supernovas.
Gotcha.
Alright, we got our 2 villainous energy spheres. Alright, I don't think 3 is necessary. 2 is pretty perfect. Alright, you don't want the chance of a double sphere draw. But, reaction, villains only. Use when an opponent plays an event, you pretty much just cancel that motherfucker out altogether. They don't get nothing from it. Mill a card on top of it. It's great. Stare down. Love stare down.
So, some people have been running 2 or cutting the card altogether. How do you feel about that?
On sphere?
No, on stare down.
Stare. 1, get knowledge of the hand. Great. 2, you pitch a card from their hand, so that's even better. I mean, I don't know why you would ever pitch that, cut it from the deck altogether. You gotta run at least 2. I like 3 just because, you never know how many times you draw a card, they got a big ass hand, you want to see what it is they got. You can get rid of their most clutch card. What we got? Red Antidote. We only got one of them. It's a little bit of a techie card. This is for more against the Unleashed decks, Use this, banish all attached cards, and play Raise Anger X, where X is the number of banished cards that were banished. Attached cards that were banished. Banish after use. So, you go up against a Leash deck, they jump from 2 to 4, however the hell they do it with all these attached cards. You pop that, you're banishing 3, there's a 3 anger card right there.
And you're getting rid of all their attached cards.
You get rid of all their attached cards. If you do it before they can get to, that second or third unleash, you limiting how many times they can level. Plus, 3 endurance. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with this. Now, this is, oh my god, best card. Best card. Limit 1 per deck. This is Red Observation. This one is for all those drill users, setup users, ally users. This is all for you out there. Alright, limit 1 per deck. Pay 5 stages. Alright, then lower your opponent's MP, or not your opponent's, lower your MP to 0 stages. Raise the angle 1, destroy the entire board. Alright, you're getting rid of your drill setups and allies, you're getting rid of opponent's drill setup and allies, everything. Alright, you're basically starting over from scratch. Alright, this is a brand new game when you play this card.
And that doesn't really have a downside for you because King Cold can always come back. And your relaxations you're going to use when entering, so Visage is probably the only thing that'll ever hit.
Right? You're not worried about it. Plus, I mean, even if you just use it just for the anger, it's still an anger. It's never gonna be a dead card in your hand. If they enter on you and you pop this, just use it for the anger. You don't have to pay the 5 stages.
All right, so let's talk for a sec. You used to play Ruthless. Obviously, that was kind of broken, got removed.
Mm-hmm.
So you switched over to Ascension. So there's a lot of talk about Black Frieza, Blue Frieza, these camp level 2 decks, but you're a devoted red player.
MPVV all the way.
So you got to do whatever you got to do to make it work. So would you say you're running this deck because you think it's tier, or do you think it's just the love of the deck that keeps you going?
No, the love of the deck is the Frieza. That's the love of the deck, all right? The tier is the MPVV. You cannot go wrong with anger in this game, all right? There's a lot of anger hate out there, but if you're gaining more anger than they are hating on your anger, nothing they can do, all right?
Do you feel like you gain enough anger in this deck?
I gain plenty of anger in this deck. I gotta go up against DB2s, the Red Terrors, and all that stuff. You know, this deck angers out all
You just
that.
plow through them.
Plow through it, all right? Bring it on, bring it on.
So how's the testing been going?
Testing's been going great. Played against a lot of orange, all right? Orange Brawly, orange Goten. Played against a lot of Namekian and Piccolo. A little bit of Slug. Even played a Black Frieza deck, A lot of testing going on. Let's see, we've got no wins yet. But it's coming along good. It's coming along great. Still trimming where I can, adding in new stuff, checking out the FanZ sets coming out. A lot of experimentation going on.
Any cards you might be considering adding, cutting?
At this very moment, no, not really. I've debated on putting in Red Right Cross, guaranteed 2 anger instead of the Red Vaulted Strike. But no, not really. I kind of like the deck.
Don't have enough games in yet to really justify any changes.
Right. Needs more play testing. Maybe you go up against some blue or something else. But yeah, this deck is spot on.
Still miss Ruthless though.
Oh my god, unfreeze this thing already. All right, come on, FanZ.
So you got going any of the OP events this season?
Yeah, we're heading to the Jersey one here in about 4 months, I think it is, coming up, April or May or something like that. You'll catch me there. I'll be there repping Frieza. All right.
I think we're going to the Cincinnati one.
Yeah, we could be going to that one too. We're going to both of them.
He's definitely going to one of them.
We'll be at both of them. Frieza going all the way.
All right, he's playing it. You know what he's playing. All right, man. Thanks for the amazing insight on the Red Frieza Ascension.
Any of you at those tournaments, good luck to you. I'll see you there.
All right, later.